Buenos dias. We started this class a few minutes ago, but we didn't have our video hooked up right, so we're going to go more quickly over it this time. Commands. We call them commands or imperatives. Command forms in Spanish typically use the other vowel, the other theme vowel, in the command form. For example, the theme vowel in hablar, an AR verb, is the A. When we use the formal command, we switch that to the other signature vowel, the signature theme vowel, the E. With ER and IR verbs, we switch it to the A. So it's just a back and forth. Vivir, an IR verb, will be viva usted, or vivan ustedes. Pardon my penmanship. Be sure, if you have any question, that you key it in and Jackie will read it for me. If you're on 258, you'll see all these interesting forms here. Entren ustedes, the infinitive is entrar, so we have an E in it. Pasen ustedes, the infinitive is pasar, so we use the E. Now, we get to the third line, it says, tráiganme ustedes esos libros. What we do with these verbs that have a G in the indicative, like digo, we use this root here, the dig, for our imperatives. It's actually a root that we use in the subjunctive mood. The indicative mood is the straightforward utterance, and the imperative mood is the command form. So if you look at all of these examples, on the bottom of 258, we have tráiganme, tráiganme. Traigo is the first person singular in the indicative, I bring. So we take this root and add the endings for the command form. When we get down to the one after esperen un minuto, wait a minute, we have vayan ustedes con Felipe. So we have a special form that is from the infinitive ir, to go. You'll notice that not only in Spanish but in English too, some of the verbs that are the most often used, the most frequently employed, the most common, will tend to be frequently irregular. So let's go down a little bit farther and see what happens when we have from divertirse, we have diviertanse, meaning ustedes. We have to write our accent there to preserve the stressed syllable in the same place it was without the reflexive pronoun. Now, what we see here is that as opposed to a regular conjugated form in the indicative, with a command form, we tack the pronouns that we're using, object pronouns, onto the end of it. So if we look down a little farther to denme esos discos. Denme from dar. We use denme. Here's the signature vowel change. And we tack the object pronoun on the end. In the singular, that would be deme. But if we had, instead of just give me, give it to me, demilo. And we preserve the stress here by writing the accent on the first syllable. Démelo usted, denme ustedes. The N signature signals the plural. Any questions so far?
We're on page 258.
We're on page 258 now, right? So we had the positive commands where we attached the object pronoun to the end of it. When we knew a negative, we go back to the pattern where we put the object pronoun before. So, denme esos discos in the positive would be no me den esos discos. No me den. And the next one, jueguen ustedes al ping pong, y'all play ping pong. No jueguen al ping pong. Al ping pong is actually not a direct object of the verb, it's like a prepositional phrase. So then we get no me digan, no me digan. No me traigan, no me los traigan, no lean esa revista. So you'll see what's happening is, if there's an object pronoun, it comes before the verb in the negative command form. Top of page 259, no pidan más café. That's from pedir, to request or order. No hagan eso. We go back to the indicative hago, the first person singular, I do or I make, and we use this root in the command form, in the subjunctive. And we change the vowel too. So, the third example, no se quiten los zapatos aquí, the se is a reflexive. So, the positive would be quítense los zapatos. The negative is no se quiten los zapatos. So, in the negative, the pronoun, in this case it's reflexive, literally it means do not take off the shoes from yourselves. It's just the way we say it in Spanish. we assume that in English, don't take off your shoes means you're gonna take them off of yourself. In Spanish, we say, don't remove from yourself the shoes. We don't say your shoes, we say the shoes, or the shirt, or the hat, or the coat, okay? Then we have an imperative for let's do something, or let's not. Imperativo empleando nosotros or nosotras. Just to review, what's the difference between nosotros and nosotras? This form is used for all male or mixed. This form is used for all female. So if you're part of a female group and you are a female and you want to say, let's all do something, that's the one you use. Except that you don't need it, the pronoun here, because the verb form is unique enough that we know it's the first person plural, the we. So what happens is we also use this, we do the switch of the theme vowel, procurar, by the way. Doesn't mean to procure or to get, it means to try, okay? So procuremos terminar antes de las 3. Let's try to finish before 3 o'clock. Volvamos. From the infinitive volver with an E, we switch the vowel, and let's return. Then we go salgamos. Here we've used that root we used in the first person singular of the indicative, salgo, I leave, I go out. And we have that root SALG. Then we switch over to this vowel because it's an IR verb. So sigamos charlando. Let's keep talking, chatting. Sirvamos. We get this sirva from the first person singular of the indicative sirvo, I'm serving, I serve. Pongámonos el sombrero. The nos gets tacked on the end, but what else happened? If we use just the verb, it'd be pongamos. Let's put, with ending in an S. But when you have an amos or an emos ending, we drop that S to add the NOS. Pongámonos. And because we've added that syllable, we have to write the accent on the original stressed syllable. Levantémonos temprano. Let's get up early. No nos sentemos aquí. Here we go to the negative, and the nos comes before the verb, before the conjugated form. No nos sentemos aquí. Let's not sit here. Sentémonos allá. Let's sit over there. Again, the mos S was dropped. One way to do it is to just say vamos a and use the infinitive, which means we're going to, but it also means let's do it. It's just another way. So now we come up with the tú and vosotros forms, the familiar. First name basis. No me digas. me digas más mentiras. Do not tell me more lies. We might say in English, tell me no more lies. No te pongas ese sombrero ridículo. Don't put on that ridiculous hat. No te levantes a mediodía. Don't get up at noon. Paco, no me des más discos viejos. Don't give me any more old records. The third from the last example, Lalo, no seas malo. Ser is the infinitive. Sea, etc., is the subjunctive, the command form, and in the familiar, the to form, the negative uses that. No seas malo. Don't be bad. Now, it's a little easier, I think, for us English speakers to use the to command because it looks like the indicative. Page 260, Pepe habla con Cristina. Pepe is a first name, so we're assuming that it's a to. Habla con Cristina. Talk with Cristina. Ramon, toma café. Ray, drink coffee. Esteban, paga la cuenta. Steve, pay the bill. Rafael, toca la guitarra. Rafi, play the guitar. And so forth and so on. Notice they're using all first names in all of these through the middle of page 261. If you look at the bottom of the list, Quiéreme mucho, that's the title of the song. Quiéreme mucho, love me a lot. Notice Alicia, about sixth from the bottom, fifth from the bottom. Alicia, diviértete, diviértete. Positive command, tack it on the end, the te, the reflexive, and write the accent where the stress was originally. As also in Rosita, sírveme, servir. Sirvo is the first person singular. So sirves, sirve, and so forth. So it's sírveme. Okay, there's some shortened ones in the familiar. Positive, okay? The affirmative. The to form in the positive, the affirmative. Enrique, di la verdad, from decir, tell me the truth. Dime tu nombre, tell me your name. Pepe, haz lo que te digo, from hacer. Becomes haz. Haz lo que te digo. Hazlo ahora, do it now, etc., etc. So the shortened ones are from hacer, ir is be, but also be is from ver, to see. So that context will clear that one out. Pon, sal, se is from ser. ten from tener, ben for venir. Then we go into the positive versus the negative on page 261. 262, excuse me. Habla con Cristina. Habla con Ana. Looks like the indicative, but it's the two-form command. Then in the negative, we go back to the subjunctive and we switch the theme vowel. No hables con Trine. Ramon, toma café. No tomes tequila. Etc., etc. Now, let's look at the one that begins with Lola. Oye Ana. Hear Ana. Or listen to Ana. No oigas a Felipa. No, don't listen to Felipa. Oír can mean the same thing as escuchar in these kinds of command forms. The negative uses the subjunctive, which derives from the first person singular of the indicative oigo. Use the same root, O-I-G. Now, these are used as command forms to say, hey, hey you, oye. Oye is a familiar, listen up. Oiga, for usted, listen up, hear me. Okay, the negative, or the vosotros form, not the two form. In the negative, they use the subjunctive. In the positive, they use the infinitive, supplanting the R with a D. So from decir, the command form is decide. And for all decide, estudiar. Then, what happens when we have a reflexive pronoun? Sentarse is to sit down. So, the object pronoun, the reflexive, for vosotros is os. What happens is the D disappears. Just because sentados is harder to say, they just got in the habit of dropping the D with the tacked on object. So, levantaos, you and you and you and you, tú y tú, get up, rise. So the ejercicios orales, you need to practice on your own, reading them aloud getting used to the patterns in question and answer or responses. For example, mi amigo y yo no vamos al concierto. My friend and I are not going to the concert. And then the reply is the command form, vayan ustedes al concierto. So you have to get used to those. Let's look at number 6. Mi amigo y yo no pagamos nuestras cuentas. My friend and I do not pay our bills. Pay them, you guys. What happened? Pagar has this hard G. When we change this vowel to an E, we have to have the silent U to preserve the hard G. You're used to that in other contexts. So, number 6, mi amigo y yo no pagamos nuestras cuentas. Páguenlas ustedes. Y'all pay them. Page 264. Number 12. Mi amigo y yo leemos diarios malos. My friend and I read bad newspapers. No los lean ustedes. Don't you all read them. Number 14. Mi amigo y yo no hacemos el trabajo que tenemos.
Lynn has a question.
Okay.
She says, I have a question about why and yo, the letter Y and then Y-O. I have a question
What is the question about?
about why
and
yo.
Y-O. E and yo. What's the question?
Okay, she's getting ready. I mean, it's getting ready to go up on the board.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We do have a delay back and forth.
Okay, you just asked what is the question.
When I was teaching high school, the first book that I taught from was entitled Usted y Yo, You and I. There is an E and a yo, Usted y Yo. Does that help make the, I hope that clears things up.
She said, I see, gracias.
Okay, good. So here we have some irregulars at the top of page 264. Couple of irregulars. Number 15. Mi amigo y yo somos perezosos. My friend and I are lazy. No sean perezosos. So, sea or sean is the imperative form from ser in the usted form. In the familiar, the to form, it's se. So, sé bueno. Be good, you little brat. Be good, little kid. So the first person plural, the we form, let us do whatever. Number 1. Jugar is the verb. We want that nosotros and the E is the subjunctive form because it's a command form. But what we have to do is have this silent U here because we know that GE is pronounced G. So we often have the U interposed before E and I following a G. That signals to you that the G is hard and the U is silent. So, juguemos al tenis esta tarde. Let's play tennis this afternoon. Okay, number 2. ¿Quiere usted estudiar italiano? Juguemos conmigo esta tarde. Okay, let's, you and I study, do you want to study Italian with me this afternoon? The response, let's study it this afternoon. Estudiemos. Okay, use that. We added a syllable. We want to keep the stress here. So we write the accent. Estudiémoslo. Let's study it. Number 4. ¿Quiere usted ir al concierto conmigo mañana? Let's go. Vayamos al concierto mañana, or vamos. Vamos is the indicative form, vayamos is the subjunctive form, which is probably a little bit stilted in Spanish. They just revert to vamos. Number 7, cantar. Let's sing, cantemos. Number 9, ¿quieren ustedes volver a casa ahora mismo? Y'all want to go home right now? Sí, volvamos a casa ahora mismo. Let's go home right now. Ahora mismo. Now, number 10, we don't use writing an exam normally. We say take an exam, but in Spanish they write it. Okay, ¿quiere usted escribir un examen mañana? You all want to have a test tomorrow? You want to write a test tomorrow? No, no escribamos. Let's not write the test tomorrow. Escribamos. Again, number 11 has a reflexive, levantarse. No nos levantemos. Okay? Levantarse. Now we want the nosotros form. If we want to say, let's get up, and we drop the S and just add the nos. Have the accent on the stressed syllable. Levantémonos. Let's get up. Let's not get up. Let's not get up. We put the reflexive back where it was in the first place. We know it's a command form. No nos levantemos. Levantémonos, no nos levantemos. Let's get up, let's not get up. Number 9, ¿quieren ustedes volver a casa ahora mismo? Y'all want to go home right now? Sí, volvamos a casa. Let's go home. Number 11, ¿ustedes quieren levantarse temprano? No, no nos levantemos temprano. Next Sunday, el domingo que viene. You want to get up late next Saturday? Yes, let's get up late. Number 12, levantémonos. Levantémonos. Again, the levantemos drops its S when we attack on the reflexive nos. Number 13. ¿Quieren ustedes pedir algo en la cafetería? Sí, pidamos. Pida. Pidamos. Pidas. The IR verb becomes the signature A, and the diphthong becomes a single I in pedir. Pidamos. Pida usted algo. Number 14. ¿Quieren ustedes divertirse esta tarde? You want to have fun this afternoon? That's what we're doing, right? Right now? So, it's still morning, about 15 minutes. Sí, divirtámonos esta tarde. What happened here? Divertirse. That's the infinitive form. We know it's reflexive. Divirta. Nos. The S that was here is gone. Divirtamos. But divertirse is almost always used in the reflexive because it means to have fun. Now, if you're entertaining someone else, it would be yo divierto a vosotros. I entertain you all. Right? That's what I'm doing. I'm entertaining you. Because here it's used reflexively. The S disappeared in the let's do something. This is a straightforward indicative sentence. I entertain, or I am entertaining y'all. A vosotros. Questions? Number 15. ¿Quieren ustedes dormir todo el día? No, no durmamos todo el día. Let's not sleep all day. Now, that's the indicative, I sleep. That's the indicative, we sleep. The subjunctive, dormamos, changes the O to a U. Let's sleep. That's a little irregular. They threw it in at the end. They didn't explain it. I might be able to explain it, but I'm not going to go through that right now. Sometimes we just have to learn things on a unique individual basis. So we have some negative commands in section C. Profesor, tomo mucho café. I drink a lot of coffee. The kids, the students say, no tome usted tanto café. Don't you drink so much coffee. Two A, pierdo mi tiempo en la cafetería. Perder means to lose, right? But with tiempo, it means to waste. So, pierdo mi tiempo en la cafetería. I waste my time in the cafeteria. Kids, the students say, don't waste your time in the cafeteria. In the cafeteria. Ooh, get my languages mixed up. Cafeteria and cafeteria are the same thing. So, as long as I speak the same, whatever language I'm speaking in, you'll have to remember what it is. No pierda usted su tiempo en la cafeteria. Don't waste your time in the cafeteria. Number 3, me levanto tarde todos los días. I get up late every day. Señor, no se levante tarde todos los días. Reflexive, no se levante. The object pronoun, in this case, se, comes before the verb in the negative command. Okay, now let's contrast the usted command with the to command in the negative. Profesor, 4A. juego todo el día a las cartas. Señor, no juegue usted todo el día a las cartas. Juegue has to have the silent U. Alumno, yo también juego todo el día a las cartas. Carlos, no juegues todo el día a las cartas. So what's the difference between 4A and 4B? 4A is the usted command, 4B is the negative command in the familiar, no juegues. Same with 5A and 5B. Profesor, no repita usted lo que oye. Don't repeat what you hear. The next one, 5B, the student says, yo también repito lo que oigo. I also repeat what I hear. And the other students say, Carlos, no repitas todo lo que oyes. So, the negative command in the familiar is going to use the S, the signature S on the end of the vowel of the verb, and the signature vowel, the theme vowel they call it, for repetir is going to be the A. Abrir, in the next one, abro la ventana en el invierno. Señor profesor, no la abra usted en el invierno. The usted there would not be necessary. You could put parentheses around it. So they're contrasting the usted commands and the to commands in the negative. Let's look at number 8. Me pongo el abrigo en el verano. I put on my overcoat in the summer. And the students say, no se lo ponga en el verano. Don't put it on in the summer. And then they go to the familiar, where the student says, yo también me lo pongo en el verano. I put it on in the summer. And the other students say, Carlos, don't put it on in the summer. Put it on. It is lo, referring to el abrigo, masculine singular. Number 9, professor says, yo voy al casino a jugar con mi dinero. Alumnos, profesor, no, por favor, no vaya usted al casino a jugar con su dinero. I'm going to the casino to play with my money. Students say, oh, teacher, please don't go to the casino and play with your money. And the next student says, Papa, page 266, yo también voy al casino a jugar con mi dinero. And the response is a familiar, no vayas al casino. Tú, no vayas. Profesor, usted, no vaya. So you'll see in the familiar, singular, the vayas, the subjunctive form is different in the familiar singular, the to form. So they're contrasting the to and the usted commands here. Number 10A, the negative part, no duerma usted, profesor. In the familiar, no duermas, Carlos. Number 12A, les doy todo mi dinero a mis amigos. I give my money to all my friends, all my money to my friends, all my money to my friends. The students say, don't give it to them. No se lo dé usted. No se lo dé usted. Don't give it to them. Lo is the money, se is to them, and de is the give, and it's in the subjunctive. Then in 12B, we have one student says, les doy todo mi dinero a mis amigos. And the response is, no se lo des. Don't you give it to them. Se is to them, lo is it, the money. The professor in number 13A says, yo soy perezoso, I'm lazy. And the students say, don't be lazy. Don't you be lazy. One student says, I'm also lazy. And the other students say, don't be lazy. But what's the difference? Sea usted, no sea usted, and no seas tú. Okay, first name basis. Student to student. So review all of these. Make sure you understand them. If you don't understand it, write a question out in advance. And next time, we'll clear everything up.